Hello friends, it's Armstrong here from Adai Miniatures, and yeah, something happened and I completely kind of lost off. What's happening is this, that I'm supposed to be doing a challenge with Shadow and Sun. They already posted a video on Thursday. Today is Saturday, and I was so well organized, but I was thinking that we are doing this next week. So, typical Armstrong. So what we're going to be doing today, it's called a frankenork. Yeah. So my idea is to build some sort of a orcish abomination that's gonna be Frankensteiny. So orc mech boy ish something, with a custom mega, something mega. Yeah, let's just get on the table and start building. Yeah, it's Saturday evening. I just finished my work shift, and for some reason, when Shadow and Sun did actually message me, the messages pop up today. So I'm a mile behind those guys. I don't gonna watch the video until I actually end building my stuff. Yeah, and then I'm gonna edit my video and I'm gonna post it straight away. So yeah. Fun time, yeah. That's the usual thing with Armstrong, I'm a great guy, but my god, my memory is as solid as a egg yolk, let's say. Yeah. So yeah, let's just get on the table and start building, because my god, I didn't think that I'm gonna be building so quickly today. Yeah, alright, let's get on to it. So let's get to it. Yeah, first thing first, we have to choose which orc gonna be the frankenork. Yeah, and I'm just looking through the heads. What do I like? What do I dislike? I love this shoulder pad, so this shoulder pad is gonna go towards this orc. Yeah, no matter what else gonna be on it, so let's just clip it out. And since we are building frankenork, I don't even have to match pieces. Yeah, because we're gonna be figuring out pieces of plastic that's gonna go in between. So we have a shoulder pad in here. And do we have any more interesting heads? I like this one, but do I want to leave him just a raging monster, or do I want to do him more of a mech? Okay. There is a one with a mohawk. Yeah, so I'm gonna take the one with the mohawk. And I'm probably gonna need about half orc. So let's just look for something that only have one leg attached to the body. This one have one leg, but I don't like the pose. You see, the thing is that, for example, this one works, yeah? It's already mechanical, kind of, Frankenstein. And on this sprue, yeah, there is, for example, the same mechanical leg. Are they exactly the same sprues? I think so, not sure. And there is as well mechanical arm, yeah, in here, the claw. Oh, there is one as well in here with a mechanical eye. No, but I'm gonna stick with the mohawk. Okay, so I'm gonna pick the parts and I'll be right back. We'll be continuing, this endeavor into frankenork. So, as you may notice, my desk looks like some sort of high explosive just went boom. Yeah, but what I did, I cut out the pieces that I wanted, so I have a body with one leg, no arms, I have a head with the mohawk, which I really like, and I just glue it all together. So, what is this idea for this frankenork? Well, actually, let's call him Jack. Yeah, as the kind of mascot of the Halloween. And if you don't know where Jack actually comes in for Halloween, it's the source story of a jack-o'-lantern. Yeah, Jack was an Irish drunk who got approached by the devil, who was supposed to take him to hell, and he asked the devil to just turn into the coin so he can drink one last beer. When the devil turned into the coin, he tricked him, putting a crucifix around him, so the devil was stuck. So then he bargained with the devil for 10 more years of the life. And of course, devil agreed. He released the devil. Devil came back after 10 years. And Jack tricked him again. I don't remember exactly what it was, but he surrounded him with the crucifixes. Yeah, and again, the devil was stuck. So he bargained with the devil again, and he told the devil to basically that he gonna release him. The devil never gonna take him to hell. So devil agreed, and then when Jack died, he got taken. Well, he went to heaven to ask, to be in heaven. Of course, heaven refused because of his antics. Yeah, so then he went to hell, and the devil told him that he promised him that he never gonna take him to hell. Yeah, so from this you have the jack-o'-lantern, as Jack is walking with a pumpkin lantern around the world, and as a kind of undead creature. Yeah, so there we go, a little bit of Irish trivia. So what I'm thinking about this guy, I have this. This is a kind of steroid pack from the Goliaths. Yeah, but I'm looking at this, and for me this is a face mask. Yeah, so what I'm thinking the story of the Jack is, he was a orc who wasn't the very lucky one. He lost a kissing contest with with the squig, so he lost his mouth. Now he have to wear this as his face. Yeah, but after this he wised up, and his weird boy genes woke up in him. So he became a mech boy. Yeah, so here his mask, which everyone is thinking that is just, every grot is thinking that it's just gimmick, like all of the weird boys have. But only he knows that he doesn't actually have a face under it. So let's start chopping this into pieces and try to fit it. Yeah. I actually want to salvage as much as possible of this, because those might be useful for something. Let's just see how this is gonna look as a mask. Oh, come on. Yeah, a little bit of cutting, a little bit of cleaning, and this face gonna be hiding nicely in there. So I'm gonna do it right now. I think that I'm gonna remove the bottom part, maybe just a little bit. I want to still hold that grill. Yeah, and then I'm gonna mount it, but I'm gonna probably have to cut off some of his face, and I'm gonna have to cut some of this. Yeah, so I'll be right back. So now the poor Jack has lost his face to the battle with the squig. Yeah, or maybe it wasn't a squig, maybe it was a certain Raven Guard captain. Yeah, and I was thinking at the beginning to mount the rebreather like that. Yeah, because technically it would look more like a face. But once I actually cut it and put it all together, in my opinion, it looks much better if I do it this way. Yeah? It's gonna help to make it more like a Batman. Well, actually, in this case, it would be the Bane. Yeah, but we all know about the movie. So I don't think that I have to explain that to everyone. Yeah, but I have the rebreather mounted. Of course, since this is a Mr. Cement, it's gonna take a couple of minutes before everything is solid. Yeah, so my favorite shoulder pad out of all of the ones that you saw was this one, and I really want to keep it. I want to give it to him. Yeah, but I think that I'm gonna paint it as a metallic thing, that he maybe slays some sort of a mecha beast in his life. And he's gonna be quite a huge luta as well. Yeah, look, you can see that in here I have the Space Dwarf Cannon. I have some Tau equipment. In here I have a piece of a plasma backpack from Space Marine. Yeah. And in here we have a las cannon to start his big shooter. Yeah, he's gonna have one arm which gonna be shooter and one arm which gonna be a chopper. Yeah, so I was thinking about different choppers. I have, this giant chainsaw and so on, but this one is, already with a glyph, so I decided to just go easy on myself and use the easier option. And to be completely honest, it almost fits into the socket. Yeah, there's gonna be not much of cutting required. I still gonna have to figure out the leg, and I'm actually half tempted to use one of those 3D printed tracks, because it's just gonna look ridiculous, if you have a truck instead of a leg. Yeah, but on the other hand, it's maybe a little bit too ridiculous. Yeah, so now I'm gonna have to fit this arm here, and I think that I'm gonna have to do a little bit of a cleanup job on everything, really. Yeah, because this, even though it is quite new, it's already dirty because my cat grabbed it and started playing with it. And as you can see, my fingers are as well. Yeah, so I'm just thinking, fitting in here. And I think that I'm gonna have to cut all of this area on the guy just to lift it up. Yeah, which is kind of a pity because I actually like this. I was very much against the entire savage look of those orcs. Yeah, but actually for a Frankenstein monster, yeah, it really kind of when I started looking at this, completely in different light, it actually, that this is supposed to be savage. But then on the other hand, if he became a mech, yeah, then what would be the problem? Let's just give it a little bit of sanding, little bit, not too much. And now the arm is here. Yep, this works. I'm happy with that. I don't even have to be bothered by a gap under it, because this is gonna be all nice and covered. Yep, so of course I'm using a super glue in here, and I just figured out that maybe it was too early, but yeah, super glue to get this arm on him. Maybe a little bit more like that. Yep. So here his arm, and I actually think that I'm gonna just recover the leg from the sprue and give him an original leg, because getting this is gonna be too much. I'm gonna have to find some sort of an arm. So I'm gonna be right back after I have those pieces with me. So unfortunately I couldn't avoid the temptation of using the original mechanical leg for him. So I just grabbed that and gonna add it back. Well, not back, just gonna add it to the mini. Yeah. So instead of scratch building, I think that I did enough scratch building this week for orcs, to give myself a little bit of a breather with this project. And believe me, you're gonna see those scratch builds in a couple of days. I have them almost ready to be shown. And next step is the weapon arm. Yeah, so I first took the one with the slugger, but he is going kind of gangsta with it. Yeah, just naturally how the arm is designed. It's actually just roll in here, and it's, when you lift it, it just go gangsta. Yeah, just sideways and everything. Yeah, and okay, it would be good for a different model, but not for this one. This one I have to have something that looks like it is slinging from his arm. So I grab this chopper arm, and this one is slunging much better. Yeah, I can with a little bit of trimming, I'm gonna be able to get in the position that I want. So I'm gonna use this one. So of course, first we have to do some surgery, get rid of the axe, which I actually like. Yeah, like I didn't actually expect that I'm gonna like this set so much, but there is actually a lot of like small elements of this, what do you call them, feral orcs, that I really enjoy. So yeah, kudos to the Games Workshop. And then we have a spike, and there is a next little tooth that's gonna have to be removed, because we're gonna be making a weapon, well, gun arm out of this one. Yeah, so we have in here a las gun, and this one is from a, what do you call them now, the Space Marines Obliterators. Those guys, you know, wearing the power armor on top of power armor. I forgot the name of them. I just have like one build and two still waiting in the box to be finished. So I grabbed the last cannons, as I'm planning to use them mainly as a melee. Well, I should probably use them a different way, but I want to build at least one unit of melee. And, you know, as it's, you know, me, I don't look at the rules and, you know, what kind of cheese I can do with them. I just, you know, like to build what I like to build. So instead of going tournament, you know, relevant, I just went, that could be cool. And yeah, that was the decision making process. So now I have to flatten this entire side of the arm, and then I'm gonna have to do a little bit of flattening in here. Yeah? Of course, not too much of the flattening, just enough so all of that gonna nicely bond. So just a little bit of sanding, probably gonna go a long way. And in here, I'm gonna have to clean up. Like, you know, this, oh, don't go there. This little bit, you know, would look nice if I could keep it, but of course I cannot. So I'm gonna have to just chop it up. Just chop it up. And sanding. There we go. And orcish underarms long weapon. That's great. You know, like, of course, this isn't the end of the big shooter for him, because of course this is a custom mega blaster, really. Okay, I think that I'm gonna have to go against my own better judgment and use super glue in two places, and then I'm gonna add the plastic glue just along the edge, so it's gonna help with the proper bonding, but I don't have enough patience to actually wait for everything to glue together. So yeah, there we have it. It's just hanging like that. Yeah, and now we have to add some extra weapons to that. Yeah, because this orcish equipment, so I don't really see an option that it ain't gonna have anything strapped to it. So yeah. And in here we have a hand, which we can easily chop off completely. So we're gonna do that. There we go. Now a little bit of a surgery. Yeah, and let's see where we could fit that part. With just a little bit of surgery. Yeah, I could probably cut this off, or let's just have a look. Let's just get rid of this part. Sorry, like when you scratch build something without having, like, clear idea in your mind. Yeah, I have some idea, but I don't have like everything pre-planned. So it's gonna be a lot of, going back and forth, and you know me. Yep. Or maybe like that. No, like this. Yeah, just long like that over it. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So again, a little bit of super glue. Thanks God for these little dispensers. I learned finally how to use them after only about 20 odd years of being in the hobby. Yeah, so we have a second gun attached to it. Of course, it's almost aiming in the same direction. Yeah, but we know that with orkish shooting we really don't have to worry about anything actually aiming anywhere. Yeah, and now this is a little bit of a kind of, I don't know, it is the cluster mine or a power pack from a Necromunda Orlocks Dune boogies, or whatever they are called. And I was just thinking about dressing this up, but it's just gonna look too busy without any sense. So let's go with a different approach. Yeah, let's make a Black Templar out of this orc and tie his weapon into his arm. So let's go in here. A little bit of a chain, just there we go. And give it a second to dry. There we go, it caught. And second wrap around, and third wrap around. Is that any good? Yeah, I think that's gonna be just enough of that. It slipped from where it was originally. That's the beauty of working with chain. It's always gonna move if you don't tack it straight away. I'm hoping that it's not gonna blob up anywhere. But I'm using definitely much less chain than I would use normally. So there we have it. Definitely tie into his arm nicely. And let's see. Yep, this works. He's very well armed orc. Now I have to figure out exactly how to fit this arm, but of course let's leave it for later because it is still sticky. So yeah, now backpack for him, because since this is a weird boy, he's gonna have a backpack of some sort. So I have this harpoon gun in here, which is again from the Necromunda Doom Boogie. Yeah, and I'm just thinking just using this as a main part of the backpack. So again, the part that I actually like about this Savage Orc for the frankenork is going away. Yeah, we just kind of, like I said, I wanted to keep as much as I could, and of course I'm pretty much getting rid of the entire orc, just covering him in the bits. So let me see if we can use that. Yeah, I think that we are close enough. So let's cut this, and then to get rid of the very recognizable thing, just cut this, and then let's just cut this all away. Yeah, and let's see how we can mount it on his back. So yeah, it kind of works. It has this, bulbous part that some of the backpacks have, especially the newest, more of a Necromunda builds. So it's gonna work in here. Yeah. So again, I'm betraying myself and using super glue for that. So let's just super glue it in. So you have some sort of a mechanical part, and I wanted to really use that fusion thing for it. I'm not 100% sure that it's gonna be necessary right now, but let's keep on going and we'll start adding pieces. So this little bump, I think, cutting off the handle and just adding it in here. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Yeah. So let's just see. Gonna have to flatten this part a little bit. So again, careful cuts with the blade. Yeah, if you have something in the way, you usually ain't gonna cut off your fingers. Yeah, but again, with those blades, you have to be very careful. And like I said, I'm saying this from a point of being an expert who never cut his finger even once. It's not like I still have any feeling in my thumbs. Oh, come on, Shane. Of course I'm joking, I still have feeling in my thumbs, yeah? It's just... yeah. How would you be losing your feeling in your thumbs? You must be cutting them like hundreds times. Yeah? So, yeah, exactly. So there we have this. And... This is one of the arms that I bought some time ago, and like mechs always have kind of weird contraption on the top of this. So I'm just looking at that, and I think it would be wasteful if I wouldn't actually use one of them. I know they're supposed to be replacement limbs for your orcs, but what if I actually have an extra grabber arm just on top in here? It's like arm dam. That would be orcish. That would pretty much be any Warhammer race. Yeah, it started moving, so we have to stock it down. Right. Oh, come on, you big. A lot of glue. Yeah. So I just clean this up. So we have a flat surface. And in here there's a little knob, so I'm gonna cut it off. And little bit of sanding, of course, and again tiny bit of sanding in here. Yep, and blob of super glue, and we have extra grabber arm for this mech, so he start look more and more mechy. Yeah, one mechanical leg, one mechanical arm, second mechanical arm. Yeah, and now we have in here this, and I'm just gonna attach it like that. Yeah, it's normally a squig, not squig, well, grot herding stick, but in this case it could be a force field generator, or at least part of it. Yeah. So let's get rid of this little wobbly knobbly part, and then let's see how much more I have to cut this. Just a bit. There we go. Yep. And let's clean this. Break. Yep. And just a little bit of cleanup in here. I'm probably gonna break off this mechanical arm doing that cleanup, if I know my luck. And in here, there I hope that it's all visible how I'm doing it. I just cut this to have a flat surface, so it's gonna be two better, surfaces to attach to. And of course, like I said, normally I would use a plastic glue, but I don't feel patient enough today. So super glue. There we go. More and more of this orc is becoming what I want of him. Now, this arm. Just see. The issue is that you have this groove in here, yeah, like you can see this. So it's gonna try to rotate itself to get into a more natural position for this arm. Yeah, and in here it would be like that. Just slung backwards. And these weapons simply do not work for that. Yeah, so I want to have it like this. So it's gonna be a little bit of cutting in here. Or maybe not even cutting, just sanding really. Straight away a little bit better. Let's go like that. Let's just stack it with super glue, and if I need, I'm gonna just squeeze a little bit of green stuff into that gap, or just put a little bit of baking soda there later on. But I want to have an idea how his stand's gonna be. Like this position with that arm. Oh, okay. It feels like it starts. Yeah. You see there is a big gap in here in the back, but it's gonna be easy to mask, especially that we're gonna be using, hopefully, if it's gonna fit, this giant pauldron. Yeah. It should actually cover all of our, well, all of mine crimes against orcs. And come on, just there we go. It fell in perfectly. We have this, This guy right now looks ballers, but he isn't finished, of course. Yeah, he isn't finished. We have still some tau paraphernalia in here, and we haven't used really anything tau as of yet. So what to do with this tau piece? Maybe just use it as it was intended, as a piece of an armor on his leg. So that's exactly where it's gonna go. Yep. There we go. It's a leg pad. I don't even know. Not really knee pad, leg pad, yeah? I was thinking about using this piece from Necromunda, but nope. This power pack. Where do I have the power pack? Because I want this to be connected to this last weapon. So I would have to bulk up this into this side as well, just to connect that and to have my little plasma injectors going this way. Let me just see how this is gonna look if I attempt this. Oh, that's definitely to go around the Space Marine, not around the Orc. Yeah, not around Jack. And if you watch the I, Frankenstein, the gargoyle is actually called the Frankenstein's monster Adam. Well, he called himself, I think, Adam. Not 100% sure, but basically, as he was the first of his kind, he was called Adam. So yeah, I need something to put in here, but I have nothing right now in front of me that would actually fit that gap. So give me a moment and I'll be right back. So I think that when it comes to building this guy, we are on the home stretch. So I started looking through all of my boxes and I couldn't find anything that would actually looks any good in here. And then I found this misprint that's supposed to be twin machine guns for Gaslands. And I was just like, oh, I'm gonna be able to use that. There is enough details. So yeah, you know, I was thinking that I'm gonna be doing this strictly Warhammer, but nope. Gaslands pieces snuck in as well. So I'm thinking that I could probably cut off this, and this gonna sneak then work, and I'm gonna be happy boy. So let's just get this one in. We can see that this gonna create this surface that I'm gonna be able to attach the power pack there, but it is still too big. And just cut it. And I'm just gonna warn you, resin normally do not cut this well, but this is not properly cured resin. So yeah, I have some problem with curing this batch. But you know, at the end of the day, if it works for a different project, I don't complain. So let's just attach it in here. Then we're gonna have to flatten that back part. But I'm gonna have to flatten this part as well. And just go, Inspector Gadget. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm tired. I just have, you know, weird noises in my head right now. It's almost midnight and I still didn't finish building this guy. So painting gonna definitely have to be another episode. episode. Yeah, but yeah, let's just get this guy somewhat completed. Yeah, and now we have to sand this here to get a flatter surface. There we go. And the plasma, teeny weeny, gonna sit in here nicely. Yeah, there's no argument that it isn't orky. There's no argument that it isn't looted. Yeah. And of course, I just stuck my fingers together. Because if there's gonna be a single video that I never stuck my fingers together, it's probably gonna be one of the, show-off shows. But that's yet still to be seen. Okay. So how you can see, this actually is connecting to the weapon. So we have some sort of extra power charges here. Yeah. Well, oops, usual stuff. So now I just want to do a couple of more little thingies. I have these grenades from Necromunda which I want to use. I have this power cable that I still want to use. Yeah. And I have this Tau drone teeny weeny which I really want to use. Yeah. So let's start cutting and gluing. Yeah, it should be quite quick, but our orc did spend some time fighting Tau, so he learned a couple of tricks from the blue boys, yeah, which are squishy, very squishy, but they have, cool gizmos. So yeah, our orc looked and looked and looked and broke something, and then he built new stuff. Yeah, so let's just give him this. And again, I'm using pieces that I printed for Gaslands. These are a single rocket launchers. Right, so I have one. And on the back in here, this work. There's like a flat side to that, so we have a second one, and you can see that both of them are going in completely different directions, but I don't think that it's gonna bother our mech. Yeah, it's a detail that crumpier things than big mech have to worry about. Stuff like aiming really isn't a big problem, and since this device is supposed to aim for him, he doesn't care. Yeah, so now let's just think how we can connect this. Something like that, I think. So again, let's just flatten the surface here. And of course, I'm just a bit afraid that I'm gonna just break off his mask, even though I use a plastic glue to glue it to him. Yeah, and let's just cut off the base of that. Clean it up. And this is gonna be the most wonky connection on the entire build, because this is gonna be connecting in here. I would rather have something better than just this. But yeah, I'm not planning to drill this late in the evening, so let's just hope for the super glue power and or believe of orcish power of orcish belief, not belief of orcish power. When no. First thing, I have to glue it here, because then I'm gonna aim this weapon in the wrong direction. So there we go. And of course, our orc observe this thing, on some of the, space marines, having this kind of little bit of a floating helper around their heads. Yeah? So as far as he's concerned, this is floating for him. Yeah, it is his little servitor drone. Grenades. I don't think that I can squeeze anymore onto this model. Yeah. So yeah, I think that we're gonna leave him as he is today, yeah, until we're gonna get painting. So yeah, I gonna grab a spin table and we're gonna be right back. And here we go, our Big Mac Jack, yeah, also known as Frankenstein's monster. Yeah, he is completed when it comes to the conversion. He have way too many arms, way too many gizmos, and he's way too crowded. But I'm actually happy how he turned out. Yeah, I'm not gonna be complaining about that. Yeah, I know that this video is probably about an hour long, but it is an entire journey through building this crazy guy. And well, not next video, because next video is already planned. But next time you're gonna see him, we're gonna be painting this guy. So get ready for that, get excited. Yeah, inform everyone in your community, your friends, family, and your doctor, yeah, your doctor's wife, your doctor's girlfriend, your doctor's lover, yeah, just everyone. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. And yes, of course, if you like this video, please rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, family, and whoever else want to watch. Like I said, your doctors and so on. Yeah, and press that like button, press that subscribe button, and everybody have a lovely day and take care. Bye.